have two tables, one for variable and one for constraint. First, I explain you the variable table. Answer 2 and 3 will be there. For the moment, there is no reduction in the cost. Objective coefficients are profit 6 and 5. So sensitivity report says X can be increased to 1.5 and decreased by 1 for the profit 6. That is 5 and 7.5. Similarly for Y, decrease can be 1, increase can be 1, so 4 and 6. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I don't understand this. How does this work as a combination? Because 2 and 3 are already our maximum, right?
2 and 3 are solution
So
for which profit is maximum.
Okay.
Sir, does this imply that if we change input, the profit will change?
Let us see now. Let us see. According to the given LP solution, this much will be allowable variation possible for profit. 6 ka decrease 1 means 5. 6 ka increase 1.5 means 7.5.
Sir, does it mean that the optimum allocations can lie within this range?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Let us see what's happening now. So if X is 5, and 2 and 3. So how much will be the profit you are going to get? 2 5s are 10. Isn't it? P multiplies 7.5. $32.5.
Sir, here what?
Sorry.
So why?
I know. Why? Sorry. Y will be 4. 2 multiplied by 5 and 4 multiplied by 3. Yeah. 22. 22 is the profit. 22 is the profit for lower limits. Let us see upper limit. X 7.5. So 2 into 7.5 will be 15. Three into 6. 33. Attentive. 33. So, based on given resources 5 and 12, attentive please, possible profit maximum will be 33 if you increase the profit to 7.5 and 6. Is that clear?
Sir, I don't understand. This profit of 33 will come given the limited resources available, right?
27 is the actual answer.
Okay, what is 33 then?
33 is the profit if the coefficient 6 increased by 1.5 and 5 increased by 1 rupee.
But sir, what impact does that have? Because this coefficient, what we have, that I mean, it's so it's like a mix for a product, right? So we cannot change our. So then we cannot change the raw material that. I mean,
No,
we
raw
can change
material
the.
we are not changing.
No, but so the
Raw
6 and
material
5 are
we
the
are not
same thing, right?
changing. We are changing the profit only.
Okay.
Because 2 and 3 answer we got by the raw material 5 and 12, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, that is correct. Yeah.
So, without changing the raw materials, without changing the resources, we are going to have 33 is the maximum profit.
So sir, basically
If
what?
he wished to change the profit 6 and 5,
So basically what we are doing is we are changing the price of the product X and the product Y.
price array, profit.
But then sir, how can we
But
change the
sir,
profit if the price and the cost remains the same?
That is the background of changing the profit, na? How to decide the profit, that depends on how much will be the cost of production, how much will be the cost of the raw material, etc., 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 etc. In the given LPP, we have 6 and 5 as the profit, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, that is correct, sir.
Now, sensitivity analysis for this problem without changing the milk and choco, he says, even if you increase a little bit, instead of 6, 1.5 rupee, because 6 cannot be immediately 60 rupee. How can you have a 60 rupee profit for one biscuit of A?
Correct, yeah, sir, makes sense. That part makes sense.
A marginal change. A marginal change in the profit of A biscuit, a marginal change of the biscuit B, how much will be the maximum profit?
Okay, sir,
Is that clear?
on what basis are we determining the marginal increase or the decrease?
Marginal increase or decrease. How it gets affected to your profit?
Yeah, so sir, on what basis is Excel saying that that on a profit of 6, the marginal increase of 6.5 is allowed? Marginal increase of 1.5 is allowed.
You look the sensitivity table. Look again the sensitivity table. Objective coefficients are 6 and 5. A objective coefficient matlab profit 6 rupee for A biscuit, 5 rupee for B biscuit. Okay.
Sir, I did not understand this part. I'm sorry.
Let us go for the next table. In the next table, you are going to have constraint. 5 and 12 are the value used for producing 2 biscuits and 3 biscuits. Milk constraint as well as choco constraint. Now, there is a column called shadow price. What is this shadow price? The shadow price is equal to change in profit per unit increase in RHS of the constraint. What is the RHS of the constraint?
Sir, the maximum quantity of milk and chocos.
Correct. Correct. So, change in profit per unit increase in RHS of the country. That means if you increase this 5, देख लो टेबल में, if you increase this 5 by 1, it becomes 6. And no change, suppose for the choco, let it be 12. Let us see what will be the answer we are getting by our solver. How much we got?
33 increase.
27 was the earlier profit. And now just 1 unit change of your milk, 30 will be the profit. So difference kitna?
3, sir. The exact 3 that was shown on the shadow price.
This is called shadow price. Okay, suppose this is 5. Let us see 3 increase. See the table. If I increase 3 to the right hand side of the next constraint, that becomes 15. Let us see what answer I get. What is the shadow price?
1, sir.
So how much shall I get now?
3, sir. It should be 30.
No.
So the previous was 27, no? So by 3 it will increase. So we change from 12 to 15. The shadow price is 1, so it will correspondingly increase by 3.
Correct. So 1 plus 1 plus 1. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So the shadow price means how much change get affected to your objective function when the resources are changed. So what do you prefer? Do you prefer to change the profit value for the biscuit, or you will change the resources? Profit you cannot increase as you like, because there are high competition in the market. 6 and 5 rupees is the current one. And they say even if you change little bit, 6 becomes 7.5 and 5 become 1, profit is 33. So that is feasible. But that does it mean that 6 can be increased to say 16, 5 has to be increased to 15. Nobody will buy the biscuit brand A and B. But the shadow price tells us the change affected better for unit change in RHS. So, which of the table you are studying more to make your objective function value better? Tell me.
So companies should focus on reducing the material instead of increasing the price, right?
Right. They have to talk about the materials. They have to talk about the availability. And this without sensitivity analysis, already I explained you in the beginning as well by changing different values of X and Y. Isn't it logic? I want the profit means can I charge any profit? Any value for profit? And profit depends on cost everything. And when I change the quantity, more the biscuits I can get. Without changing the profit per biscuit, if I change the milk and chocolate, I can get more biscuits. That my profit will increase.
So,
So the table 1 just tells you an interval for the objective function, but more emphasis will be on constraints. How the constraints has to be changed such a way your profit function will be maximum. Go on, maximize. And that doesn't mean 5 and 12 also can increase to 1000, 2000, etc. That depends on availability of milk and availability of choco. Biscuits can be more. So the sensitivity analysis simply guides you. See the definition. See the definition. Sensitivity analysis deals with finding out the amount of by which we can change the input data for the output of linear programming model to remain comparatively unchanged. This helps us in determining sensitivity of the data we supply for the problem. So shadow price in this example helps us how to deal with quantities. Suppose 5 and 15 etc. I have taken, take both. Take for example 6. Both together. 5 is increased by 1, 12 is increased by 3, 15. Now let us see what we will get. $33. There is a 33 for the first table. Here is also a 33 for the next table. So which of the table you will utilize for making more profit? And the biscuits are increased 3 and 3.
so we would focus on the constraint.
Constraint. Focus on the constraint. Come on. From 6 and 15, can you give me some other number? 6 by 21, 15 by 21 is the proportion. Accordingly, will you be able to give a number here?
Sir, I don't understand this last part. What exactly
Yes.
should we do?
6 and 15.
7 and 18, sir.
Huh. Okay. 7 and 18. How much?
39, sir.
Therefore, okay. Initially it was 5 and 12. Then I changed to 6 and 15. Then I changed to 7 and 18. So what does it mean? How can I go for increasing the production? What way milk and the choco can be used? Anyone?
So you are increasing the raw material so that the finished product is much
But
more.
which direction? Can I increase the raw material like me?
Sir, milk should be increased.
Sir, you need to
We will see the constraint, and according to the constraint, we will change for example, for X, in the first constraint, we will change only by 1 unit, and in the second, we will change by in 3 times the unit.
So what is the change ka ratio?
3
So
is to
for
1,
X
sir.
is 1 by 3.
So if X is 1 by 3, Y should be
1 by 2.
3 times of it, isn't it? If X is K quantity, if X is K quantity, Y should be
Three times of that.
Approximately 3 times. Is it clear well? So this way, we are able to go to the market and ask the people to get more milk. Accordingly, talk about choco and profit also will be maximum. Number of biscuits also will be produced without affecting the profit. And if the demand comes up to be good, then the 6 and 5 you increase to 7.5 and 6. Your profit also will increase more.
So,
Uh,
so are you saying that we cannot increase the milk and choco to 7 and 18 because it exceeds our allowable increase?
allowable in, yes, yes, yes. That is what it says. So
Okay.
decrease you forget because our objective function is profit. So profit we want to get maximum. तो the sensitivity analysis का एक ही plus point है, it guides you, it directs you, it helps you where to be concentrated more so that your objective will be better.
So,
Yes.
so how is Excel generating this allowable increase and allowable decrease? Like on what
The procedure is called simplex procedure. A very lengthy procedure है वो. In simplex method, it will give you the entire output. But in solver, it gives in 2 table form.
Okay, sir.
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
So,
Sir,
yes.
so from allowable increase, what we can get is the ratio of the inputs, like, and if we want further increase that profit, we have to increase the input in that same ratio.
That is right. That is right. And that way your production also increase. Na dekh lo. Did I change my profit 6 and 5? Did I change my profit 6 and 5?
No, sir.
No. But by changing the input, I got the change in the output. Accordingly, profit increase. And if my biscuits are if my biscuits are having good demand in the market, definitely, therefore, I can increase a little bit profit 6 to 7.5 and 5 becomes 6, then I can get much better profit now. Are you getting?
Yes, sir, I'm getting that part. But one more thing, sir. What is the like explanation of this shadow price 3 and 1 year? 3 and 1.
Shadow price. Shadow price I showed you, na? Look. I will show again. I will do that.
So I got that part, but I want explanation of this one, sir. Like 3 and 1. Actually,
Yes.
I lost my connection, sir. Sorry.
Yeah. I will do. No problem. Okay. So this was my earlier answer. 27. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Now let us see shadow price of the first constraint is 3. Okay. This means if I change the right hand side of the first constraint by 1 unit, my profit will increase by 3.
I got it,
Okay.
sir. Got it, sir.
Got it? Are you
Yes, sir.
listening me?
Yes, sir. I'm listening to you.
Check now. 6 and 12. I increase only the first constraint by 1. Let me do the solver now. Sorry, I didn't change it. How much I got here?
30, sir.
Earlier, how much it was?
27.
Difference kitna?
3, sir. 3.
Is shadow price.
Yeah. Got it, sir. Thank you.
So we should
Same way.
affect the ratios. Change
Yes.
the output by input by the ratios.
Yes. So shadow price tells you better I opt for more quantities or no. If the shadow price 3 change just 1 unit of milk, definitely good. And if I change the choco by 3, my shadow price increase by 1, which means I have to go by increasing 1 unit of milk and 3 unit of choco, I will get a shadow price 4 rupee. And that helps me. And that is what it helps me for better planning to get more biscuits to be produced.
So,
Yes,
so suppose this is cost minimization.
yes.
So we will change our inputs in the ratio.
Again the same procedure, now go for the decreased values.
Okay, sir.
That is the reason you are getting the interval. That is what you are getting the interval. So for any LPP, if variables are more, this understanding will take time. Where to concentrate better? Therefore, to speak about LPP, solving LPP is simple. Solving LPP is very simple. But further strategy development in point of view, if you have the constraint table in sensitivity reports, you can study it. That is what it indicates. Now, another interesting area is the dual LPP. Another interesting area is the dual LPP. This is what our I'll remember after this introduction of dual LPP, one real example I am going to do. A real, very interesting example. So this LPP is called Primal LPP. This LPP is called Primal LPP. I am not talking anything else. Then there is a dual LPP.
Sir,
Yes.
so why it is called primal? Like,
Give one LPP. Original problem. Okay? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Original problem is called primal LPP. Then what is dual LPP? It is cost. That is for milk and choco. I denote it by U and V per unit in rupees. Attentive. So this cost for milk is 0, I don't know. And choco also 0, I don't know. So here available values are 5 units of choco and 12 units of, so 5 units of milk and 12 units of choco. So here my objective function will be minimum equal to 5 multiplied by the cost of milk, 12 multiplied by cost of choco. And here in our primal problem it is maximum. Now there are two constraints here because the mix milk and chocolate will be used. Therefore, constraint number 1. Equal to 1 quantity of milk multiplied by U value plus P quantity of choco will be the total requirement of producing X biscuit. So this quantity should be, this has to be initially 0 and similarly for brand 2. One unit of milk price plus 2 units of choco price, they should be greater than 6 and 5 profit. Constraint. It is constraint. It is not necessarily greater. So C1 stand for A, C2 stand for B. Let us see what answer we will get. Minimum variables are U and V, and constraints are is greater than or equal to this. Simplex and solve. Tell me, what is the answer I am getting here? Mathematically, it says no milk will be used. Only choco 2.5, and objective function will be by 4 into
Sir, it should be 6, no?
12. Yes, 30. So the cost involved to produce 2 biscuit, 3 involved will be 30, and the profit you are getting 27. This is the meaning.
Sir,
Yes,
so here why have you taken the constraint as greater than equal to?
correct. Look the constraint in your primal LPP.
So there it's less than.
Less than. That depends on milk and choco. Now milk and choco we are taking as variable. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Price per unit. So the linear combination of X coefficient, that is 1 times U, 3 times V, should be greater than or equal to 6. Why? Profit per biscuit will be 6 rupee. So the cost has to be either equal to that or above. It's a condition to solve the problem.
So, but aren't we minimizing the cost here?
That is objective function. We are minimizing the total cost in the objective function. Here we are writing the constraint.
Sir,
Here we are writing the constraint. So for the constraint it will be greater than or equal to type.
sir, could you please repeat the constraints once again?
Yeah. 1 U plus 3 V greater than or equal to 6. That is for A biscuit. Next, 1 U plus 2 V is greater than or equal to 12. Greater than or equal to 5. Is for B biscuit. Minimum cost required will be 6 rupee for A. Minimum cost required for B will be 5. So when I solve these constraints through solver, I am getting mathematically 30. Okay, in this case, the U value is 0. That means milk is not used. Something like that interpretation. But it says minimum cost involved to produce 2A biscuit and 3 biscuit B is 30 rupees and the profit you are getting will be 27.
But sir, isn't it necessary that U and V both be greater than 0? As there could not be a product made only with choco.
Put it and check what will happen. Say for example C3. I'm talking U. So 1 into U plus 0 into, oh sorry.
So you forgot to put the equal to sign.
Yeah. 1 into U plus 0 into V. This is U constraint. Greater than, say 1. Okay? Say 1. Minimum. And C4 equal to 0 into U plus 1 into V greater than, say 2. Now let us work out with our dual. Got it, na? Are you getting the answer?
Yes, sir.
So that's what I told you. If at all you want to have conditions on your LPP, definitely you can do that. And your biscuits are 2 and 3. So the minimum cost involved is 29 rupees. But profit you are getting 27. This is called dual LPP. For every primal LPP, there is always a dual LPP. Now, what is the rule? Remember, if the primal LPP is maximum, dual will be minimum. If primal is maximum profit, dual will be cost. Next, number of variables in dual is number of constraints in primal. 3. If the primal is less than or equal to type, dual will be greater than or equal to type. These are the rules. And that also I have shown in your sheet 2. Shall I go to a very interesting example? All of you understood the rule of dual LPP? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I am going for an example which already we discussed in the very beginning. Let me repeat it. A firm is engaged in producing two products P and Q. 1 unit of P require 2 kilogram of raw material for labor hours, where Q require 3 kilogram and 3 hours respectively. Each week, the firm has an availability of 60 kilogram raw material and 96 hours. Profit are 40 and 35. Formulate the problem as a Primal LPP. Also write the dual and solve it. So, my original problem primarily is to save the time. I am overwriting on this only. Primal LPP will be product. That is P and Q. Variables X, Y. Values are 0. We don't know. And the profit is maximum 40 and 35. $40 and 35. Constraints are raw material. And next is hours. Two X 3Y. 2x 3y less than or equal to availability 60 kg of material. And hours 4 and 3. $96. Yes. So this is my primal LPP. I will be using the solver to get the answer. Profit maximum. Cell is P and Q. Add ₹1,000 is the profit. ₹1,000 is the profit. Now, what is dual? W. 60U multiplied by 96B. 60U multiplied or 60U plus 96B. That is U equal to cost per kilogram of the material and V will be the labor charge per hour. So, material and hours. U and V, values are 0, values are 0. Constraints are only 2. What are the constraints? Come on. What is the first constraint? 2 times
So
u.
2x plus 3y determinant equal to
No.
2 plus 4y. 4.
4. Sorry, 4.
Is greater than or equal to 40.
40. And
The next is
3u plus 3v.
plus 3v.
3u plus 3v.
So not 13, 3.
3u plus
3.
3v greater than or equal to 35. Let us solve it. How much? Oh, sorry. I have made constraints. Verify my constraints. 7, 8. Yes. So what is the final answer?
So 20 units of material and
Yes.
in 0 hours will give us the minimum cost 100 and profit 1000 rupees.
Now, therefore, whenever you are going to have LPP, both primal and dual you can do. Now, yesterday somebody asked me one question. Sir, if the constraints is equal, then what to do? I say, write the constraint 2 times, less than or equal to 8 and greater than or equal to 8. And multiply one of them by -1, so you will be getting either both less than or equal to or both greater than or equal to.
So can you please repeat this?
Yes, suppose in primal LPP, if the given thing is an equation, if the given constraint is an equation, then that can be written 2 ways, less than or equal to way and greater than or equal to way, correct? Look here, 3x1 plus 2x2 minus x3 equal to 8. So that can be written as less than or equal to as well as greater than or equal to. And if you want both to be less than or equal to, then multiply the first one, second one by negative sign. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
So whether it is a mixed constraint primal problem or it is a simple less than or equal to type, you are able to write down the dual LPP.
So why cannot we directly write in the constraint equal to like we did for the other?
Because we want always inequality to solve the problem. करके देखो. If you write equal to, both the cases you have to write equal to and check. आप टाइप करके see the answer how it changes. So read the first question and tell me how to write the dual. Already we have solved this problem in the beginning. Can anybody tell me what will be my objective function? In primal, how many variables we have?
2,
2. And how many constraints?
3,
So how many variables in dual?
3.
3.
Which are they?
The
Cost,
man hours, machine hours, and cloth material.
cloth material. So that has to be minimized, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, now you got idea whether you have a primal LPP, how to write a dual LPP. What is the dual of dual?
Primal.
Primal. Good. So this solving the problem is simple. But writing the dual, you have to be very particular about the variables related to constraints. Then you are going to get a proper answer. Come on, look at the doctor example. Try to recall.
So,
Yes.
so in the first question, the what will be the dual objective function?
Minimum.
It'll be minimum, but what will be it?
1 into y1 plus 1 into y2 plus 1 into y3 a day.
Okay, sir. Okay, I got it.
Because data is given per day.
Okay.
Can anyone tell me what will be the case in the doctor example?
So, sir, here it'll be maximum, and then 35 x1 plus 55 x2 plus 60.
y2, y1, y2.
Okay, yes, sir. So it'll be
That has to be minimized.
Maximize.
Maximize. So this way, you are well familiar about LPP. Only you have to repeat it for dual. Now, very important thing. Yesterday, student asked me that next week you have class test. Am I right?
yes, sir.
So next week I will not be taking the classes at all, and the institute told me I have to complete the syllabus by this week. So already I have completed all the work that is framed in the syllabus. But on Thursday for your class, I will be showing you R Studio. That is not for exam. That is for you to do research in future or in your project work, etc. It is simple because all of you are familiar about R package. So what is R Studio? That is what I have to show you. So this week my classes will get over. So when you are coming on Thursday, any doubt, difficulty, any area when you have doubt, difficulty, you can ask whether it is R or operations research. Now, for periodic test 3, next week, completely operations research. And the time is increased to 1 hour 30 minutes. So that you can work on the solver and get the answer. So better you utilize these days to practice solver. All question papers are with you. So I specifically told the
So like last time, there would be in a sheet provided that we have to type it out now, because in the end there is so much confusion because some of the invigilators are saying to write on a paper and some of the invigilators are saying just fill the sheet and give it. So it becomes very confusing.
I will tell in the institute.
Yeah, just if you can, then please mention the instructions on the on the question paper so that we also understand what do we have to do.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I will do that. So, and even I will tell them also. So they will give the instruction to the invigilators because you need time to do in Excel.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So better you practice more solving, and LPP will not be complicated. Definitely not. And transportation problem also will be a simple one. Questions are simple, but time takes to complete it in Excel. So you need a practice for it.
Sir, how many questions are going to come?
3 major questions. In each there will be 5 options.
Okay, sir.
One of them carry 2 marks each, others are carrying 1 mark each. That way 20.
Sir, and the exam will be objective type or what?
The objective type only. Only objective type. You have to work on the solver, check your answer and tick mark.
Okay, sir.
So, Thursday class, you have to prepare with the difficulties to ask me and come. Okay?
So, okay, sir.
Yes, anything else?
So this sensitivity analysis, is this a part of our syllabus?
It is addition to you. It is not part of your syllabus. I gave you.
Okay, sir.
Because in future when you are doing LPP, etc., somebody can ask, write a report for the future work on the problem. How can I go for changing my values, etc., So you can guide them.
So for like the third tutorial, like if you give an OR question, like an unbalanced TP question,
Yes,
so
yes.
three methods. So that question,
Unbalanced TP होगा, unbalanced assignment problem होगा, conditional होगा.
so but then unbalanced TP, in that we have 3 methods. So it takes a lot of time to type it out in Excel and
In
complete
case if
one.
I ask all the 3, na?
Okay, okay, sir.
The time factor is considered. You practice now. Okay?
Sir, if you have more questions for us to practice, it would be great.
Oh, thousands of questions are available in your Google search. Just type linear programming problem and solutions. Just type transportation problems and solutions.
Okay, sir.
There is no shortage of questions at all. First you practice all the sheets which I have given to you. Then think about for another work.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, you aren't going to ask us to make the report of sensitivity report.
Sensitivity report no, class periodic test में नहीं पूछेगा.
Okay.
But in final, I will be telling you on Thursday. Final paper, how it looks like.
Okay, sir.
Okay, for final, definitely R and Excel, दोनों together है. So you have to know how to divide your time to work out.
So is the final paper also MCQ?
No, definitely not. If I go and ask the MCQ, everybody will get easy mark. Final paper will be actual examination paper. Of course, you can work in R and copy down the answers. You can work in Excel and you can copy down the answers.
So, sir, we have to work in R and Excel and then copy this and paste it in a Word document and submit.
That is better. That is better. R Studio I am not accepting in final.
Okay, sir.
R editor का copy करके paste करो. R console का copy करके paste करो. No problem.
Okay, sir.
So in Thursday class, I will tell you what is to be done for the final examination. Now, Rishabh Kothari,
Yes, sir.
do you follow today's work of sensitivity analysis and dual LPP?
Yes, sir.
Rachit Tyagi,
Yes, sir.
any doubt, difficulties of what I have done in the class?
Sir, actually, today I didn't get that much, but I will try firstly by myself. If I have doubt, I will ask on Thursday, sir.
And moreover, all these works are available in videos also. You can listen the meaning of sensitivity analysis, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Akshat Sen,
Yes, sir.
how do you find today's class? Is it possible for you to grasp what is sensitivity work?
So not all of it, but I'm going to practice and ask doubts on Thursday.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Setu Sharan,
Yes, sir.
is it okay?
Yes, sir.
No problem.
I'll practice now, sir. Then
Yes, you practice all the LPP questions with sensitivity analysis and try to understand the shadow price.
yes.
What is the meaning of shadow price? Work it and check.
Okay.
Okay?
So,
Yes.
so on Thursday, can you please teach again the BAM method?
Yes. Will do. You remind me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other doubt, difficulty? Today I will be stopping at 4 o'clock. Yes.
And also,
Anybody?
sir, could you please take a revision class of like before
Yes.
antibiotics?
Thursday will be a revision class.
Okay, sir.
Even you can ask doubt, difficulties of our work. Okay? If you don't have any difficulties, I will be stopping today. So meet you on Thursday. Come prepared and come. Okay. All the best. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can we have one doubt class after the tube 3?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, when will we get our Q2 marks, the exam marks?
I think office has to give you.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.